Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really hope you're having a great day out there. We've had a great day here, some warm weather, much needed. It was so great to get outside in the sun. So awesome. This will be your weekly reading for the week of March 16th through the 22nd. During that time, we will have a waning gibbous moon, and we're coming off that eclipse energy, which can be a little bit intense. And a waning gibbous is a really good time of self-reflection, rebirth, good time to make positive changes and kind of get rid of habits and bad habits and negative thinking that as that full moon energy kind of starts to mellow out a little bit. So keep those moon energies in mind. Also, since my readings are free to you, all I ask in return is that you hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel, and it's super easy for you to do, so I'll give you just a moment for you to do that right now. Thank you so much. And also, if you've been a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and helping me to build a community here. It really does mean a lot to me that you come and enjoy the thing that I love to do for you. So thank you so much. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter this week. So, of course, please keep that in mind and take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, Taurus, your overall message for this reading, a time to give rather than take. All right, Taurus, let's see what you guys have going on for the week. As I'm shuffling the tarot cards, I would like to remind you to notice the world around you today and look for the synchronicities that that's the universe and how it speaks to you. So that's looking for, maybe animals that you don't encounter every day. This could be repeating numbers and number patterns. This could be maybe a song that you overhear, or just maybe one or two song lyrics, or even a conversation that you overhear. But my reminder is to watch for those synchronicities. And, those are like your little breadcrumbs that the universe puts out there for you to follow as it's just kind of a way for you to find clarity on your path. So if right now, if it's a time to give rather than take, there's going to be signs and things going on for you in this week that are really going to point you in that direction. So pay attention to those things. And that's just my little reminder for the week, Taurus. All right, Taurus, your overall energy is moving on here and this is usually to something better. And it doesn't mean for any negative reason or anything. It's time for you to kind of see what else is out there. Your cups are full here. And you're just kind of in seeking mode, right? What else am I supposed to be doing here? That kind of mood. Your current situation is the King of Cups. So it looks like you're sitting in a really good, knowledgeable place about, things when it comes to your emotional life. And that's good. Your cups are full. So this is kind of you sitting in a place of just emotional satisfaction. And maybe it is time to give rather than take. At the root of your situation is the Lover's card. So this could be, that you're in a good place here when it comes to your relationship, and that maybe that when it comes to giving, it might be, this could of course be giving to each other, but this could also be that you're going to be giving of your advice and your knowledge about relationships to another person. I'm really getting the feeling that, there might be something there. Maybe you have someone that comes to you and has a question about that, and you need to kind of explain how you get to this emotionally awesome place and this nice balance where you have the ability to go out and ask what else is out there. In your recent past, here is the Justice card. So looks like some new truth has come to you. This is kind of our card of order and equilibrium, things being fair. This is about, factual things. This is, a card about grace and innocence and just knowing, what the truth is. And that's a good place to be coming from, that, maybe you've had some little revelation here in your past that has brought you kind of to this emotional equilibrium and understanding. What is on your mind this week are all the choices that you have. So look at all the cups here on the table. besides the major arcana cards that are showing up, look, lots of cups here with the 7 and the 8. So, this is choices. And again, you're seeking those choices. You're wondering, kind of, I'm in a good, stable place. I've had this truth come in, and I'm in this place where I can give. And how can I best do that? And you have lots of ways and choices and able to do that. What is just ahead of you is a little bit of grief with the 5 of Cups. So here's some of your cups knocked down. You don't forget these cups, behind you. I always like to point that out with this card, but a little bit of sorrow and sadness, and I'm not even sure why. It's not really coming out in your card yet. We'll keep going and see, but it looks like there's some sort of journey here that you're on, and it could be maybe there's some sort of rejection in that you do want to give somewhere emotionally, and it could be that someone is just not quite ready for that. Of course, this could be in your relationship, but I don't even get that feeling. I feel like you're almost reaching out. This could be a friend or a family member that you're kind of going beyond this relationship here and reaching out to them. And you've got the choice and the stability to be able to do so. And it could just kind of be a little bit of rejection. And don't think that that's on you. That's definitely on them. If you reach out in an emotional way to someone and they aren't ready for, they're just not ready for that sort of relationship or that way of being, that is not on you. That is on them. So definitely keep that in mind. In your advice position is the Queen of Pentacles. So, this is having an understanding of the material world. And because this is in your advice position, I'm going to say that this understanding kind of helps you relate to this person where, again, you're not going to take that personally because you understand where they're at, and they're just not in a place where they can give back to you. And that's okay. You can go ahead and give and just, pour that unconditional love that you have onto that person. And it may be kind of a heartbreaking situation for you because that, they might be just in a bad way and they need your support, and maybe they're doing things that you don't approve of, but it's that kind of unconditional, just keep loving that person. Hopefully you can, love them back to a place where, where they're doing better in the world. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting off of that card. What is beyond your control this week is, the 5 of Swords. So a little bit of squabbling and maybe some disagreements here. This is kind of but winning through deceit and underhanded tactics. And this could be with this other person that you might be dealing with here, that you might have to, there might be some tactics involved. And I'm almost getting, I would almost have to pull a clarifier, but I'm getting kind of a feeling of this is a person who's maybe going through a darker time, that's someone around you that just needs your love. They just need your love and your patience and acceptance. And you may have to go about helping them in a little bit more of, I don't want to say deceit, but you might have to just get around something in some way to give them help that they need, so that they don't either know that it's you. Again, it's a time to give rather than take. And so there may be some sort of way that you need to do that so that they don't know about it. And it's not, of course, to hurt them or anything. It's really to help them. But maybe you're feeling like them knowing would make a difference in a negative way, if that makes sense. That's kind of coming through about that. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid is kind of keeping a balance here. And so is it your secret desire to kind of balance things, or are you trying to avoid that? Only you can ask when the card is in that position. Are you trying to maintain some sort of balance? Is that your secret desire? And this could be just balance within this relationship, or within this help that you're trying to give this person. In your outcome position is Queen of Wands. So this is you being understanding about things that are passionate and things that light a fire under you. And if you're passionate about this person and you're seeing the potential, again, I'm just getting that it's a person that just needs your help right now, and go ahead and help them. That's all I can say. What is hidden from you this week? Hidden from you this week is Temperance here. So Yeah, you might struggle a little bit with being fully inspired, but this thing that has come to light, whatever has come to light, has kind of opened a way for you to see that, hey, this person needs my help. I'm going to reach my hand out. They may not be able to reach back, and that's okay. We're going to do that in an unconditional way, and I may need to help them in a way that they do not know that it's me helping them, and that's just what you have to do. But you have all these emotional choices, and you're really in the good place to be able to help and reach out in that manner. So your overall message, again, it's a time for you to give rather than take, and keep that in mind as you're moving through your week. Let's get a final message here for Taurus. Final words for Taurus, March 16th through the 22nd. Accept what is. And, you know, again, I'm just getting, that's the kind of feeling I get. This situation is what it is. There's not going to be a lot that I mean, you can help, you can love unconditionally. You can help in these ways that are maybe a little like it's not as obvious, and you may have to go around some things to get this person some help. But you do kind of have to accept that the situation is what it is, and even though you can help, you're probably not going to be able to change it. That change is going to be up to that person, and all you can do in that situation is pray, right? All you can do is just pray that they can find their way. If it's someone that's a little lost or really struggling, and you're able to see that and you want to help them, but you know, sometimes that help can be enabling, and that's why you might have to go around just the standard, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, standard traditional way of helping, and help in a less traditional way, you know, and that's just what it is. I really wish you luck, Taurus, with this situation and whoever this is, and just a big hug out to you. You know, if this is a friend or a family member that you're trying to help, it's so nice of you to do that. And I can see how big your heart is, but whatever this is has come to life. It's going to kind of be hard to maintain your balance. It looks like, you know, you might be a little mad at this person about this, but you know, let that go. Everybody's going through something. And if you can just be there to be a friend, you know, to be emotionally stable for that person and be able to reach out to them. Again, they may not be able to reach back to you, but that's okay. You don't really need that at this time. And it's your time to give is what I'm trying to get to. So anyway, Taurus, I really appreciate your time with me here today. I do hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use this week. Please drop me a comment down below and let me know what you guys are going through. You know, did you have a friend that's struggling this week? You know, are you able to reach out to them and help them? And I really hope you're able to do that. I do post weekly readings, so come back next week and we'll see if this situation continues or if there's something completely new here for you. Also, if you like my channel, again, please like and subscribe. It really does help my channel, and of course, I would appreciate that so much. So thank you again, Taurus, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.